Welcome back, everybody, to Ace Academy. Left off with another one of a million different options. We got May and Cowrie back together. I feel like things are starting to come to a conclusion. At least we finished one major arc. We still gotta beat the albino guy. Gotta be number 1. I thought about that. We're gonna talk to Valerie. I've been slacking a little on my training and I feel myself falling slightly behind in physical education. I need to be in peak condition for our match this week, so it's time to hit the gym. When I arrived at the rec center, I head straight to the lockers to change. Afterwards, I walk towards the main gym, but decide to go around the back entrance. It's closer to the weight section, so I don't have to weave through the cardio equipment. As I follow the new route, I walk past the rec center's group classrooms. There are no classes scheduled at this time, so I'm impressed to see a familiar lone figure pummeling a freestanding punching bag. Valerie! She pauses and her hair whips across her face as she turns towards the sound of my voice.
Oh, it's you.
Glad to see you too. Instead of biting back with her usual witty retort, Valerie focuses on the punching bag and throws another jab. I've never seen her like this before. With her fierce scowl and that murderous look in her eyes, she kind of reminds of Cowrie. Jeez, what did the thing ever do to you?
It's what it didn't do.
She strikes the bag with a powerful roundhouse. The bag wobbles from the force. Whoa. As though this tiny girl could pack that much power without many years of training under her belt. Remind me not to get on your bad side. Instead, a soft melody fills the room. Valerie glances at her gym bag, which was tossed to the side of the room, and her frown returns. Instead of answering the phone call, she resumes her fighting stance in front of the punching bag and aims a hard punch. Alright, you gonna get that?
Why? So she can disappoint me all over again.
She finishes her question with a yell and another punch. Her hair sticks to her face and neck, and her skin glistens with a layer of sweat. The call seems to have riled her up even more, and she's getting sloppy with her movements. Valerie, you okay? Punch.
What does it look like?
No. Kick. It looks like you should tell me what's bothering you. She prepares for another kick when I stop her. Valerie. She grits her teeth, but after a moment, she lets her hand drop to her sides.
It's my mom.
Yeah, gross. I don't want to know anymore. What about her?
She's breaking her promises. Again.
She accentuates the last word with an angry punch.
This weekend was supposed to be our weekend. She promised she'd fly out and come visit me for the first time since I started here at Ace. But of course, that's not gonna happen anymore.
Happens. I'm taken aback by the bitterness in her voice. Why not?
Because apparently her new boyfriend is more important than her own daughter.
What kind of boyfriend is he? Got a lot of money? It's possible. She vents her frustrations with a formidable sidekick, wobbling the punching bag once more. I'm sure that's not.
It's true. She called me earlier today to tell me she can't make it because Shitty Matthew surprised her with a romantic getaway for the weekend.
Didn't she tell him about her plans with you?
Yes? I don't know. All I understood was that he had already made all the arrangements and bookings, and it was all so romantic that she couldn't say no. And the best part is when she told me, Mabel, why are you getting so worked up? I can see you at any time.
Anytime. In Japan?
Yup.
I'm dumbfounded. No wonder she's so angry. I mean, does she really have a mom? If your mom's not visiting you, even though she lives on, like, the other side of town? Or, like, while you're at school and whatnot? Do you really? Hey, I'll hang out with you, though. Try to make you feel better. We're friends, at the very least. Lucky for you, my weekend just opened up. Valerie gives me a strange look.
What does that mean?
That depends. On a scale of 1 to 10, how emotionally vulnerable are you? She pauses and chuckles.
Just enough.
I like where this is
For us
going.
to cuddle and talk about our feelings.
Actually, I forgot this was a thing I had to do this weekend. Valerie burst out laughing. Valerie seems to be in better spirits at least. Once she catches her breath, she sighs with
This is
resignation.
just how she is. And I hate that after all these years, I still believe that she'll be different. That this time she really will follow through with her promises. I mean, I had planned a whole day of fun things for us to do when she got here. And I'm disappointed that won't be happening now.
It'll still happen. I'll do it with you. She blinks, clearly surprised.
But you don't even know what I have planned.
Yeah, this is gonna end badly, isn't it? It doesn't matter. If I'm hanging out with you, I know I'll have a good time. She stares at me again with that strange look of disbelief. Then slowly her face melts into a bright smile. She flings her arms around my neck and hugs me tight.
Thank you.
beam as she pulls away. Her faint perfume of wildflowers lingers on my body. Even after she lets go, I can still feel the heat of her skin spreading up my neck to my face. Or maybe it's the heat of my blush. No problem. Valerie giggles.
Are you blushing?
No. The burn in my face is undeniable. Maybe. Okay, yes. She continues to look at me with an amusement. I need to change the subject. Scanning the room, my gaze falls on her forgotten punching bag. Why don't you give that punching bag a rest and practice with me? She smirks.
No. Well, maybe. Okay, yes.
Very funny. Brother grins and playfully punches my arm in response. Hey, she chuckles.
Step 1 is to teach you how to block.
I find some extra pads lying around and join Valor in a practice session. We spend the rest of the evening together until we both have to leave the room for a scheduled group class. The house is quiet when I get home. Uncle Kaido is still working his crazy hours and Nikki's probably still at her club. Stifling a yawn, I trudge upstairs. It's been a long day and all I want to do is relax. As I pass by Nikki's room, I notice her door is closed. I guess she's home after all. I think nothing of it till I hear a deep, extremely male laugh behind Nikki's closed door. Nikki's giggle shortly follows. What is this? There's a boy in Nikki's room. And they're behind closed doors. Not on my watch. I burst to her room. Nikki's eyes widen and her mouth drops open. The boy twists to look at me from the chair beside the bed. There's a boy in your room.
What are you doing?
Who's this guy? Nikki leaps from the bed and tries to push me away, but I stay rooted to the ground. Is this Ken? I turn to the guy, ignoring Nikki pulling on my arm. Are you Ken? He breathes like a deer in headsight and stammers out an affirmation.
Yes?
Leave him alone. We're just studying.
Studying? Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yes. What? No. Studying as in studying.
She points to her bed. I take another look around the room. Nikki's bed is sprawled with books, tablets, and laptops. Ken is holding an open textbook in his lap, a look of pure terror on his face. I'm not fooled. I know underneath that good kid facade, there's a demon just waiting to pounce on my cute, innocent Emoto.
Ken is in my class, and we have an exam next week.
I glare at Ken, who cowers from my stare.
So, now that you know nothing weird is happening, get out.
I cross my arms. Actually, I think I'll stay and help you two study.
What?
Whatever you're learning now, I already
Don't
studied.
you have your own homework you can do? We're studying fine without you.
Are you sure about that? I think Ken here would appreciate the help. I glare at Ken, who gulps hard and nods.
Actually, it would be an honor to have the help of an ace pilot.
No, it wouldn't.
I narrow my eyes again, very suspicious. Don't try anything silly. Don't even think about it. I don't think it was possible, but Ken's eyes grow even wider. His gaze shifts helplessly to Nikki and back to me.
There's nothing happening. I'm not thinking anything.
Get out. I'm not going to fail my test because you're being a total weirdo.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I glare at Ken again. Just remember, whatever you think of doing to her, I'll do to you. I know that you'd want to do that.
It's just math.
Twice.
Out.
Nikki shoves me out of the room. Door.
I know. We'll leave the door open so you stop being stupid.
Luckily, my room is across from Nikki's. I leave my door open too. While I try to work on my assignments, I'm too distracted to focus as I strain to hear what they're talking about. Every so often I hear them repeat a math formula or compare answers on equations. I guess they really are studying. This time. Eventually I give up and watch videos on MeTube. After about 2 hours, Ken goes home. Nikki slams the door shut to her room. Sheesh, what's her problem? Now that I can finally focus again, I finish up my assignment to easily fall asleep afterwards. I wake up naturally for once and enjoy my chance to sleep in. This is what it feels like to be arrested? Why doesn't this happen every day? A normal amount of sleep? Crazy. With a wide yawn, I pull my arms over my head to stretch, then throw back my comforter and hop out of bed. My tablet flashed with notification. I have an email. Curious, I open up the email and read it. It's from Das Show. They're hosting a promotional photo shoot network event tomorrow, right before XZ's biggest concert. All sponsored that show teams and individuals will be there, and after the shoot, we are welcome to stay for the concert. Wait, the show sponsors XZ? Oh my god, no way, the XZ? Oh, that is. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. The show might be breaking into the world of mecha, but they're a huge name in the sports and entertainment industry. Still, XZ is a supremely popular pop star. His shows get sold out within minutes. And you got free tickets. Lucky you. There's no way I'm passing up such an opportunity. I quickly type out a response affirming my attendance. I'm positive everyone else in the team will go as well, if only for the chance to meet XZ. Grabbing my clothes for the day, I get changed and go downstairs into the kitchen. Nobody's home again. It's like I live alone. Opening the fridge, I spot a covered plate left for me. I unwrap the foil to find Oya Kodan. Not a traditional breakfast, but delicious nonetheless. Nikki must have been practicing her recipes. I dig in with gusto. I didn't notice a note from Nikki. By the time you read this, Uncle Kaido and I will be at his cafe slaving away. Just kidding. He won't be slaving, but hopefully I will. Volunteer work experience for the win. P.S. I spat in your food. Just kidding. No, I didn't. Or did I? Maybe if you were awake, you'd know. And she actually wrote that. Sometimes I wonder about her. At least she's looking to gain some experience in the food and beverage industry. Working at the cafe will give her a lot of insight into what goes into running a restaurant. I guess that means I should decide what I want to do today. Just sleep in, skip my day. No. Yuuna, come on. Come on. The angel that has come down to us, we're going to ignore her? Not a chance. Between the cooking club and the improv class, hanging out with Yuuna has been a blast. I wonder if she's up to anything new today. I pull out my phone and dial her number. It rings! A few times. It's still going.
Hello?
Oh my god, thank you. You scared me. Hey, Yuuna.
Oh, hi! Sorry about the delay in picking up. I was working on something and left my phone upstairs.
You don't have to answer on phone on the first ring, by the way. Sorry if I'm interrupting.
It's okay. I'm just practicing my English.
Yo, I speak that. English?
Yeah.
I feel like it's science
I
best.
have a test coming up and coming for speaking.
Yeah? I have a speaking test coming up. Would be the more natural way to say it.
Oh, I see. I thought it sounded a bit off.
Dude, I'll practice with you. I speak that language. And the test is for conversing in English. I can help out if you like. You can answer enthusiastically.
Really? You don't mind?
Nah, I do good word stuff. Not at all.
Yes, I'd love your help.
I chuckle. You didn't have to think about it first.
I was actually going to call you for help, but I figured you didn't want to spend your Saturday teaching me English, especially when my speaking level is equivalent to that of a child.
You know, I have the mentality of a child, so we're on par. I don't mind.
Thank you so much. Do you want to meet at the library?
On campus?
No, I was thinking of the one in Isokaze. We should both be pretty close to it.
You know where I live? This sounds like a plan. I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you there.
Toodles. After hanging up, I search directions to the library on my phone. And it's only a short drive away. Good call, Yuuna. I ready myself and head out. She knows where you live? When did that happen? Might have a stalker. Once I'm nearby the library, I'm impressed by the magnificence of the building. It's a lot larger than the one at Ace, and the outside architecture is reminiscent of the building style of 30 years ago. It's a great contrast among the more modern structures surrounding it. I can tell the library has a lot of history. I park my bike on the street and follow the path to the library. The path winds through a quaint park with luscious greenery and a small fountain. Food trucks park along the edges offering tasty treats like ice cream and taiyaki. Before I enter the library, I shoot Yuuna a quick text to let her know I'm here. She responds immediately, telling me to meet her on the second floor. Okay. The inside of the library is every bit as modern and reminiscent as the one at Ace. It doesn't surprise me. Our modern facilities are the most comfortable and technically relevant. It's much more conducive to research. Yuuna greets me at the top of the stairs.
You're here.
Yeah. Yeah, you think I was gonna lie and not show up? I nod.
I managed to book us a private room so we can chat at a normal volume without disturbing anyone.
That's smart. It would probably help given you're working on conversing. Sounds good to me. I follow her into the study room, whereas the private study rooms at Ace also had the basic tables and chairs. This room has a touchscreen wall. Very nice. Yuna's notes are already spread across the table. I'll admit, I'm a little surprised you said you needed help with English speaking. After all, Hamlet is pretty advanced literature.
Oh, well, I find reading and writing to be a lot easier to grasp because I have more time to think about what I want to say. Plus, I can review what I've already read or written to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly.
That makes sense. Especially because conversing would be different. I mean, especially if you're going to talk more, I guess, colloquial with someone. You're going to use more slang words. Obviously a big difference. Excuse me, a shaky smile.
But speaking doesn't offer that luxury. I feel like I'm put on the spot, because I kind of am, and I have to respond quickly and correctly. It's really stressful.
Again, makes sense. I've heard that's why you should learn the pause phrases for speaking. Like in English, we have and learning like the equivalent for whatever language you're learning, so you get a couple extra seconds to think. And even just try to like describe things in more roundabout ways. Helps.
Plus, it's hard to pronounce everything right.
That's fair.
I'm a little jealous by how well you speak Japanese, even though it's not your first language.
I know, it's like it's a game. I use it all the time. Nick and I speak Japanese to each other at home. Plus, my mom used to only speak Japanese to us while we were living in the States.
Oh, so you've had constant practice.
Yep. Anyway, how do you want to
The
practice?
exam will be formatted to simulate a conversation. So maybe we can just have a normal conversation?
Oh no, this is gonna end badly. Sounds good to me.
Wait, are we starting?
We already have.
Okay.
Smiles.
My name is Yuuna. Yuuna Misaki.
I know that. You don't have to tell me. My name is Tbishy. I go to Ace Academy.
Me too. I am also a student at Ace Academy.
This part's kind of annoying to me, considering that they naturally speak in English.
I am studying
She wrinkles her nose as she tries to think of the
in
word.
the medical program.
That's not wrong. It's like I said, describe things in a more roundabout way. Like, yeah, I'm in their medical program. You don't have to specify exactly what you're doing if you don't know the right words for it. Physiotherapy.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. We continue to speak in English, and even though there are the occasional pauses as Yuuna tries to recall a word or how to express her thoughts, she manages to carry the conversation for a long time. Sometimes she'll stop the conversation to check her pronunciation. The more we practice, the more she improves. The halts in her speech lessen, and she speaks with greater confidence. We talked about so many things today.
Yes, we have.
You
I
smiled.
am much better at oral now thanks to you.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Better at speaking. You mean I am much better at speaking now? Yuuna blinks.
Oh, I thought oral meant speaking.
It can, but it does, but it has a much more widely used colloquial meaning. So, she stares at me. Should I tell her? It might make things awkward. Boy. The way you phrase oral in your sentence. Tell her so we shouldn't accidentally make that mistake with someone else. Got a friend, there's a safety net. We're way better on her. Listen closely. It can be interpreted as... This is the phrase out coming out as perverted. She listens rapidly to my every word. How am I supposed to explain this? So oral can mean speaking, but is also related to the mouth.
Okay.
The way you phrase your sentence, it can be interpreted as slang for sexual pleasure derived from...
I understand.
Yuuna interrupts me and her face turns bright red.
Didn't mean...
She buries her face in her hands. As she has a chance to compose herself, she emerges from behind her hands. Her face is still red. I guess it's better you found out from me instead of saying it to the professor. Yuna's eyes widened in
I
horror.
would have died if that happened.
I don't think she's kidding.
Thanks for telling me, though. I, wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah, best to have that safety net of you, at least your friends telling you. I don't think Yuuna will ever say oral again. Yuuna looks at the mound of notes still on her table and sighs. What's wrong?
I still have homework I need to complete for all of my other classes, but I've been so focused on my exam that I haven't even started on anything else.
That sucks.
And I have some logistical stuff to take care of for the Dashu event tomorrow.
You mean for the photo shoot? She nods. Yuuna will burn out if she hops right into more work. Maybe you should take a break before tackling all
I
that.
don't know. I don't think I have time for one.
She doesn't seem thrilled by the idea of more work. I think she could be persuaded. Alright, but since I helped you with English, you have to do me a favor first. Yuuna looks at me.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I need to think of an excuse to get her out of the library. What if we... Oh, I got it. Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah, I saw a vendor outside. You owe me one ice cream cone. Consider your payment for my tutoring services. You
I
laugh.
suppose that's only fair.
Success. Shall we?
Sure.
She packs up her stuff, and we head out of the library and straight for the ice cream truck. My turn chatter floats on the cool breeze. I take in the ambiance as we wait in line. Yuuna studies the flavors, but glances at me when she feels my gaze on her. She flashes me a smile.
Next.
Walking to the window.
Hello there, young miss. What can I get for you?
Hi, I'll just have a vanilla, please.
Of course. And for you, young man?
I'll get pistachio ice cream if you have it. I don't even like ice cream.
Coming right up.
Yuuna looks at me with curiosity. What's up?
Nothing.
Keep it that way. Okay. Sure, it doesn't feel like nothing.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Thank you. I go to pay, but Yuuna already has her card out and hands it to the man. That's a tough one. She'll probably feel better that she pays for it. Why do I have so many saves again? I always ask that. I'll go with this one. I happily lap at my cone and eat my ice cream like a child. Yuuna looks at me and laughs. As she pays, Yuuna points to a
Let's
bench.
go take a seat.
It was offered as like her paying for your services, essentially, so I guess we'll just keep it with that. Alright. We sit down and say silent as we enjoy our frozen treat. Every so often I catch her staring at my ice cream. Seems like you want a pistachio too? Yuuna quickly looks away.
Sorry for staring. It's nothing like that.
Alrighty. What is it?
It's just a really strange choice of flavor.
I agree. I'm sorry. Her eyes wide and she realizes how that came across.
Wait, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it's not a popular flavor here.
Interesting the guy had it then, if it's not popular.
There is only one person I knew who liked pistachio flavor the best.
Oh boy. Your brother. Her eyes become a little dimmer. I wonder what she's talking about. Probably family. You mean Yudai? She blinks me in surprise, but then nods. Yep. Yuuna becomes quiet. She looks away, but not before I catch the way her eyes glisten. She rubs at her eyes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
It does matter. She looks curiously at me. I don't know what happened to your brother, but I do know it must have been something tragic.
How?
I can tell from the way everyone avoids his name. She hangs her head.
They do it because of me.
You don't have to feel guilty. She's made me look again, a mixture of curiosity and bewilderment.
How did you know that?
Because I know what it's like to lose someone you love. Her look softens. You know why I came to Izukaze?
To join the pilot program at ACE.
That's only part of it. I came here so Nikki wouldn't have to be alone after our parents died. Her eyes widen and she looks back.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't talk about them much, not even with Nikki. I don't want to think about what happened to them, and sometimes I feel guilty because it feels like I'm trying not to think of
That's
them.
exactly how I feel.
Yuuna takes a deep breath.
Yudai was a pilot too. He was actually the captain of the same team Akira is in now, and Dashu was their first sponsor. Yudai was Ace Academy's hidden jewel. Everyone noticed his potential, and he already had offers waiting for him before he even graduated. But then it happened.
I stay silent.
He had a cardiac arrest during one of his matches.
Damn. I'm looking surprised, and all my musings and wonderings, I hadn't even considered that to be a possibility. How did that happen? Pilot's usually in the peak of health. Yuuna nods.
We were just as surprised. A few months earlier, though, he developed high blood pressure. He had medication to keep it in order. But during that match, he didn't take his medication.
That'll do it to you. Oh,
He didn't forget. He wasn't like that.
why not?
You know that during season matches, you're subjected to drug tests, right?
Makes sense. I nod. That was standard practice back at CNY too. It's probably standard for all
If
schools.
he'd taken his medication, it would have showed up on the report.
Okay.
And then that would have revealed his health condition, which would have not only disqualified him from the match, but also jeopardized his entire piloting career.
That seems odd because high blood pressure, it's something you can actually kind of treat. I mean, you can start eating right, cutting out all your fried, fatty foods. You can exercise, get some cardio in, drop some weight. That's what you actually kind of treat. So it just seems weird. He looks down.
Being a pilot was his dream.
Also, if he had medication to keep it in check, I don't understand it either. I think I remember a discussion Yuuna and I had a while back, in which he mentioned pilots were punished for properly containing certain disorders because their medications were considered a risk. When she's been so adamant for reform. I'm quiet as I let all this sink in. It's a very messed up situation, but being a pilot myself, I could see where he was coming from. Yuuna nods.
Me too. That's why I decided to study piloting health. How many pilots do you think have suffered the same fate as my brother because they feared the dream they worked so hard to achieve would be taken away? And most of the time, it's through no fault of their own.
I nod. I can hear the pain in her voice, but there's nothing I can do that will make her hurt go away. She stays silent.
Thanks.
For what?
I haven't told anyone this before. I didn't think I was ready to talk about him, but now that I have...
She smiles at me, and there seems to be a spark of hope in her eyes. Maybe now she could start to
I'm
heal.
glad.
I match her smile. That's what I'm here for. Plop. We blink at each other, then look at Yuna's hands, more specifically her naked cone. She must have tilted it during our conversation, and the ice cream slid right off the cone and onto the bench.
No! Ice cream!
3-second rule. Also, it's only the bottom that's touching the bench. You can totally still eat the top half. She pouts and looks so crestfallen. I can't stop my smile. I try to hide my amusement, but she looks so cute when she's dejected. Unfortunately, she noticed my failed attempt at keeping cool and sticks out her lip.
This isn't funny.
I have to admit, it's a little funny. Shakes her head.
Not even the slightest.
Sucks to be you. How about you can have some of mine? We'll share mine. Offer my cone. Her cheeks flush and she shakes her head.
I couldn't.
I offered. It's fine. I don't mind.
Are you sure?
I nod. She tucks her hair behind her ear, leans in close, and bites off a bit of the ice cream. Hey, what?
What?
You just bite ice cream like that? She nods, smiling happily. You're not human. No one would be able to do that. She tries to giggle, but quickly puts her hand in front of her mouth. I laugh. We finish the ice cream together. When you get back to studying?
Yeah, but before I do, I want to show you something.
What? She grabs my hand with both of hers.
Come on!
Out we go. You're in charge. She leads me through the park, frequently glancing back at me with excited smiles. The further we go into the trees, the fewer people we see milling around. Yuuna stops abruptly.
We're here.
Trees surround us on all sides, only opening up to frame a picturesque view of the ocean. The clear blue sky blends into the deep blue of the water. Birds sing a soft melody in the trees, complementing the serenity of the place.
What do you think?
Yuuna searches my face, still holding my hand. Go for it. I feel closer to her than I've ever felt before. She makes me feel calm, grounded, and always brings out the best in me. I shared a deep part of my heart today. Not only did Yuuna understand and accept my me. Okay. She felt close enough to me to share her own story. I've never made such a true connection with anyone else. I want to hold her in my arms and let her know how I feel. If I do this, there's no turning back. Is this really what I want? Yeah. Worried by my silence, Yuuna looked
I'm
down.
sorry.
She tries to turn away, but I don't let her. Instead, I gently tug on her hand and pull her into me. She glances up at me in surprise. She falls into me. My arms wrap around her waist as I steady her. Her hands land on my chest, and I'm sure she can feel how rapidly my heart is beating. Our gaze locks. Yuuna stares at me with big doe eyes. How cute. It's beautiful. Her cheeks turn pink and a smile spreads across her lips. She melts into me. Her arms snake around my neck, closing the distance between us. I breathe in her perfume of lavender and spring as I feel her press closer against me. My breathing becomes shallow. Yuna's face is inches away from my own. Her breath tickles my skin. Then it tastes the sweetness of ice cream on our lips as our lips meet. Without hesitation, she deepens the kiss. We finally pull away. She flashes me a breathless smile. We enjoy each other's company, happy for the solitude of nature. I don't know how long we stayed there together before Yuuna reluctantly had to get back to her studying. Once we're back in the busy park, we say our goodbyes and I head home. I arrive home expecting an empty house. Instead, Nikki is lounging on the couch, watching TV. And you got on to her about having a boy over yesterday. You know, you haven't had Yuuna over, to be fair. I guess to be fair. Hey, Nikki. She cranes her head to look at me, but doesn't move from her spot.
You're home.
Uncle Kaido come back yet?
Yeah, but then he left again. He said he had to meet someone, then he tried to sneak out when I wasn't paying attention. But I was paying attention, and I saw him go.
Ah, sneaking around. Secret agent stuff.
It was kind of weird, like he thought he'd be in trouble if I caught him.
Might be. Uncle Kaido trying to keep a secret from Nikki. Could he be going to see Aunt Yuki? Well, if he hasn't talked to Nikki about it yet, then I won't mention it either. Actually, at the cafe. Nikki groans and slinks further on the couch.
Oh my god, I think my arms are gonna fall off. They had me washing dishes, and while I'm so happy that Uncle Kaito's restaurant is booming, if I have to wash another plate again today, I will scream.
Not great, huh? Sounds like you could use a break.
Yep. That's why I will never move from this spot ever again.
What if you have to use the bathroom?
Okay, yes, I'll move for that.
What if Uncle Kaido comes home and needs your help with something?
Well, yeah, I'll move for that too.
What if?
Okay, fine. I will never move from this spot ever again, except for some special circumstances.
There seems to be quite a few special circumstances.
Happy.
Never. Yep. You gonna go back tomorrow then? She shakes her head.
Nope.
You quit already.
So silly. I'm just not scheduled to work tomorrow.
Alright.
Today was exhausting, but it was still cool to be in the kitchen. And I was only on dish duty because I'm new. I know it won't be long before I'm prepping meals with the rest of the chefs.
What are you going to do instead?
I'll watch XZ's concert on TV.
She sighs
I
wistfully.
bet he's even dreamier in person.
I'll let you know if that's true. Nick gives me a skeptical look.
Did you just say what I think you said?
If you thought I said I'm going to be at the concert, then yes. She stares at me, then snorts.
Yeah, right. Those tickets were sold out as soon as they went on sale.
I didn't say I had a ticket. I said I'm going to the concert.
How would you be able to get in without a ticket?
Gun. When you're a pilot, you make all sorts of connections, like the ones who sponsor your team and this concert.
Dashu is sponsoring this concert?
Nick's mouth drops open and her eyes grow wide with hope.
You're going to the concert?
She hops over to the couch and grabs my arm.
Please tell me you can bring your adorable and totally deserving little sister.
I would have said yes. I'd be like, alright, yeah, sure, whatever. Sorry, I'm only allowed to attend because Dash was holding a promotional event beforehand, and I gotta go to that. It's a concert, but I still got to work. Nikki looks disappointed but nods.
I see.
Look, I'm sorry I can't take you, but I'll get you an autograph, okay? She perks up.
You promise?
I'll do my best. I promise.
I'll make it out to Nikki.
Probably.
Good enough.
She throws her arms around my neck and pulls me to a
Thank
hug.
you, big bro. That'd be an amazing present? I mean, a more amazing present would be taking me or getting me tickets to the show, but this is a solid second.
Ah, you're crushing me. Let's go and sinks back in the couch.
Anyway, you should probably order dinner now.
Why?
I'm hungry, and I'm not cooking.
My stomach growls in response. Guess I'm hungry too. I go check out the takeout menus. After a delicious dinner, I head up to my room and do a little more research into the show and the other sponsees. It's likely that I'll end up talking to some of them, and I don't want to seem ignorant. When I'm done, I go to bed and drift to sleep. The sound of my alarm wakes me up. With a wide yawn, I push myself out of bed. A small part wishes I could have slept in again, but this part is silenced by the rest of me who's pumped for the big concert. I swap through different outfits and spend a little more time on my appearance. It's important that I make a good impression. I'm not only representing myself and my team, but I'm representing Ace Academy too. Once satisfied, I check my email for the location of the event. It's hosted at the Izo Kazai Concert Hall. The Sponsorship Network event is at a club next door. I head downstairs to expect to see a heartbroken Nikki, but to my surprise, Uncle Kaido greets me from the couch, a piece of toast hanging from his mouth.
Hey, bud, excited for sure?
What? Kaido swallows his mouthful of toast and grins.
You don't speak food?
Not fluently, it seems.
Are you excited for today?
You already know?
Are you kidding me? Nikki has been talking non-stop about it. Oni-chan gets to meet XC!
Should we say that?
Close enough.
Laugh. Speaking of which...
She's hanging out with some friends. They're going to watch the concert together, but have to prep first. I don't really understand what that means.
Neither do I. I take the time. Not enough time to make breakfast.
Here.
Kaido offers me his extra toast.
I know that face all too well. There have been many a morning where I had to go hungry, and I can't subject my nephew to that kind of life.
That's morbid. He laughs.
I have a rare day off and can afford to make another.
I grin and accept his offering. Thanks.
Have a good day.
Hey, you too, man. I load my toast and head to the garage, then I wolf the remaining toast down before driving into the city. As soon as I arrive at the concert hall, I wander around the hall and through the people bustling back and forth before finding the entrance backstage. There's a passage between the hall and the arcade. The properties are owned by the same family as I pass through. I spot the sign directing me to the Dasho VIP Arcade Lounge. After proving my identity to the guard, I enter. Well, I think we'll get into the concert for next time. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time, beautiful. Bye-bye.